Welcome back to the Buffalo Take. This is episode 18. I'm Cam Dixon. I'm here with Travis Ojabina.
What's up, guys?
This week we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
Monday was a pretty quick episode, but a lot has happened in this last week. A lot
yeah,
of
a
coaching
lot.
hires, a lot of good basketball, both NBA and college
Yeah.
basketball, and then a lot of MLB moves.
hmm
So we'll hop right in to the NFL. It's not Super Bowl week yet, which this always throws me off because there's the
Yeah,
week with the Pro Bowl.
yeah,
But a couple things from the Super Bowl, a couple headlines. The 49ers are considering benching Chase Young,
yeah.
which is,
That's interesting.
yeah. I mean, hasn't been playing great.
It's like kind of surprising that
Yeah.
he's like this.
Yeah.
I
He,
thought he was gonna be like a beast in the
yeah.
NFL, and he just hasn't lived up to that hype.
Yeah. He had a solid rookie year and then he got hurt.
Yeah,
And then it's just kind of
yeah,
hasn't really gotten back to where he wants to be, but
hmm
I don't know. I think he's good and a good fit in San Fran, so maybe he'll do better
yeah.
next year.
Maybe next year after a whole off season with them and everything, he'll
Yeah,
be better.
yeah. I saw a couple lines for the Super Bowl. I want to bet on over under Taylor Swift appearances on the TV broadcast. Hammer the over unless it's like 20, but
Yeah,
um, get red Gatorade was plus five
yeah. I
thousand, I
saw
think.
that.
And no team that wears red or was it they have red in their logo? I can't remember, but I thought I read that no team that wears red
Yeah,
has
I
red,
saw.
but the Niners are wearing white.
Yeah.
So that's a good value play. Um, those are the
What else?
fun ones that I saw. I might
Um,
not actually bet on the game at all.
no,
I
you have to.
I
You have
probably
to.
will, but
You have to.
yeah. I mean, it's gonna be fun betting on all the little things.
Yeah.
Coin toss, national anthem,
Mhm.
everything.
Who's doing the national anthem?
I know this. Her name's Reba, I think. Reba
Oh, yeah,
Wilson.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Because Post Malone's doing
Yeah, I saw that.
the other song.
Yeah.
So
Last year's was awesome. Chris Stapleton. That was a
yeah,
good one.
that was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Such a dude. He's got such an angelic voice.
Yeah.
I'm going over the summer to see him at Darien Lake. So
Yeah, I'll probably be there.
yeah, it's gonna be a good concert.
Yeah.
Um, I love seeing all the TikToks about like people's like script predictions. It's like I saw one with Michigan Tech because they were like when the playoff was being announced. Oh my god, it's so funny.
Mhm.
It's just so random. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, but we'll get more into our predictions, I guess, next week because
Yeah.
it's still Pro Bowl week, I guess. Um, a lot of coaching hires.
Yes.
The last two head coaching spots were filled. And that's
hmm
Mike McDonald of the Seahawks, which I think is a great hire.
Yeah, that's awesome for them.
And
That defense is going to be
yeah,
insane.
yeah. Hopefully they can bring back the Legion of Boom.
Yeah,
And
that'd be cool.
then the Commanders get Dan Quinn, which I mean, I don't think is as good as the hire of Mike McDonald, but
Mhm. But they have a lot to work with.
yeah, yeah. I
Them
didn't
top
think Dan Quinn was gonna
picks,
leave.
but yeah, I know. I don't know.
I don't know,
That's weird.
but
I'm surprised that Vrabel and Belichick didn't
yeah,
land.
yeah. So this coaching hire or this coaching cycle, we don't see Bill Belichick, Mike Vrabel, all these young coordinators, which I actually kind of like because
Yeah,
I thought Ben Johnson would have got the job in Washington.
yeah.
Um, the Carolina defensive coordinator, Edgio. I don't know how to say his name. I think it's Ever something, but he didn't get a head coaching job. I know he was around. Aaron Glenn too,
hmm
but a lot of guys stayed with the coordinators. Um, but a lot of new coordinator hires.
Yeah.
Starting with the Bills, we got two coordinators now, two full
hmm
time. Well, I mean, I don't know if Bobby Babish is going to be calling the plays, but
Yeah.
he was promoted, like we talked about last week or on Monday.
Yeah.
And I really like that because even if
Yeah,
he
I do
doesn't
too.
call the plays, like Washington's not calling the plays in Chicago,
Hmm.
he needed to be promoted because we were going to lose him.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's a good hire.
That was a great hire, yeah.
Yeah, or promotion rather.
Yeah.
Yeah. An interesting one that I saw that the Steelers hired Arthur Smith as
I
their.
honestly, I don't think he's going to be that bad.
No, I think he'll be fine. It's just it was such a
Some,
weird,
yeah, I know.
such an
Some
odd
people are
hire.
just not like, what word am I thinking of? They're not in the position to be head coaches, I guess.
Agreed. And I think Dan Quinn's another one of those guys. I
Yeah.
think he's a good DC. I don't know, but
Yeah.
yeah, Arthur Smith. I mean, he didn't really have success as a head coach, but he's been a good coordinator.
Yeah, I mean, he brought that Tennessee team to the one seed.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I think he'll be fine in Pittsburgh. It's just
yeah.
they need more pieces than
And
George
I don't know
George
if
Pickens and Najee Harris.
I don't know if Kenny Pickett's the answer for quarterback there either.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
If dude, Mike Tomlin is such a good head coach. If he
I
has like a
know.
super good, well talented team,
Yeah.
they could. I
I
mean,
mean, that team made the playoffs somehow,
yeah,
bad as they were.
yeah.
I don't know
They've
how.
got a solid defense.
Yeah.
They've got some good pieces, but
Hmm.
if they really just load it up, they could contend.
Yeah.
Um, the Falcons, they get Jimmy Lake and they got Zach Robinson, but I think that was last week and we forgot to talk about it. But
Yeah, probably.
um, Raheem Morris brings in two guys from the Rams.
Hmm.
So Zach Robinson was the quarterbacks coach, I believe, in LA. But Jimmy Lake too. I think they're two good defensive hires, bringing guys you
Yeah.
know.
I mean, as long as they use Bijan and Kyle Pitts,
As long as yeah,
then
use your weapons.
and draft a quarterback.
Yeah, yeah. I want Jaden Daniels to go there, but I don't think he falls to them
Yeah. Wait, what's their draft number position?
I don't think they have a top 10 pick
Really? Oh
because
yeah,
they
because
just missed the playoffs,
yeah, they did. So they're probably like 15-ish.
something like that. Yeah, but maybe look at like Michael Penix Jr.
Yeah.
He hasn't looked bad. He
I
throws a
mean,
pretty ball.
anybody's better than Desmond Ritter
True,
and Taylor
true.
Heineke.
Yeah, Taylor Heineke's days of being the special
Yeah.
backup quarterback is
Bro, do you remember that
those are
game
gone.
when they played Tampa in the playoffs and he almost
Yep,
single-handedly beat them? That would have been awesome.
that would have been so cool, dude.
And then Tampa went on to win the Super Bowl that
Yeah,
year.
yeah. Heineke madness almost dethroned Tom Brady, and then
Yeah.
Tom Brady beat every other quarterback. Ah, man. But,
Well,
Taylor Heineke.
yep.
He'll be forever known as one of the best backups.
Yep.
Another DC job is filled. Jeff Halfley, the Boston College coach, is off to
Hmm.
Green Bay. I think that's a good hire.
Yeah.
He he's scared of Cuse.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah. No, he got a good hire. He's a solid coach. I mean, Boston College. He took them to a pretty good season. He got them in a bowl game.
Yeah.
I mean, for the team that Boston College is, I think he did a great
Yeah.
job,
Yeah.
and he'll do just fine as the DC. The Raiders hired Cliff Kingsbury, which I love.
Did they officially hire him or was
I don't
it
know.
are
I
they still
know.
like working it out?
Yeah, I think they're working it out, but I'm pretty sure
But they're gonna
it's
hire him
gonna be the new
basically.
OC. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
he wasn't a great head coach by any means, but
Yeah.
he was good in college. I love him
Yeah.
as their OC. I don't know why. It's just he fits in Vegas.
Yeah, like I said, some people aren't meant to be head coaches.
Yeah, true. Yeah, and I think Kingsbury fits perfect in Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah. They're gonna be
So now they
they're gonna
got
be a team to
Telesco.
watch.
Yeah, Telesco, AP, Cliff Kingsbury,
Mhm.
and I think they kept their DC, right?
I think so,
Yeah,
yeah.
so there's, dude, I mean, Aiden O'Connell, you never know, but I think they need a quarterback.
Yeah,
And why not Russell Wilson?
exactly.
That'd be fun. The Rams promoted Chris Shula to their DC after Jimmy Lake is off to Atlanta. Good for Shula. It's a
Hmm.
big name in the NFL, coaching wise. The Ravens promoted their former linebacker Zach Orr to their DC job.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know he was a coach. I saw it and I kind of remembered him, but I mean,
Mhm.
The Patriots hired two new coordinators, Alex Van Pelt as their OC and DeMarcus Covington as their DC. So Mayo gets his coordinators.
Yeah.
I like Alex Van Pelt. I mean, he did a solid job with the Browns
Hopefully they still suck
last
though.
year. Yeah, they're not. I don't think they're gonna be really any good this year. They need a lot to change.
Mhm.
But Mayo's a good coach, and I think he'll put him in the right
Yeah.
direction.
And then
And
a huge storyline for Houston.
yeah, they get both their coordinators
Yeah,
back.
that's huge for
Yeah,
them.
they're gonna have another good coaching year, and they're
Yeah,
gonna have another good year. But
yeah,
all three guys staying, they'll be better than last year.
yeah.
And then Ben Johnson stays in
And
Detroit
that's
too.
huge
So
too. Yeah, that's huge.
yeah, so a lot of these coordinators who didn't go on the move are probably the better ones,
Yeah.
and that's good for those teams. But the Titans, Callahan gets his coordinators. Nick
hmm
Foles, I don't know where he's from. I didn't really look into it too much, but I just saw that they hired him. And the
hmm
Ravens DB coach Denard Wilson.
Hmm.
I believe he did a good job with Arthur Mollett and Brandon Stevens, two kind of
Yeah.
lesser known guys who played great this year.
hmm
Couple quarterback news headlines. The Pats are unlikely to pick up Mac Jones' fifth-year option.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
No, not at all. I
No.
read something that said that Bill Belichick stopped talking to Mac Jones in Week 12.
Well, the whole reason he was still there was because of Robert Kraft.
Yeah, yeah, it's just so funny, dude. Mac
Yeah.
Jones, like I never thought he was gonna be that good, but
Yeah,
like
neither did I.
he was like,
His rookie season wasn't that
yeah,
bad
it
though.
wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
He was the fun fat guy that, well, not
Yeah.
fat, like he was the fun white guy that played for Alabama.
Yeah.
Like AJ McCarron never ended up being
Yep.
anything.
Yeah, exactly. Same
It's
same
just,
thing.
it was just funny.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. He's gonna have trouble. I think he'll be a quarterback somewhere. But is he gonna do
Yeah,
any good? No.
probably not. He'll probably be it'd probably be the same situation as it was in New England. He'll
Yeah,
play a couple good games and then he'll end up getting benched and then
yeah.
yeah, that whole thing again.
I mean, you play at Alabama and you got all these weapons. You look
Yeah, I
fantastic.
know, exactly.
Kirk wants all the money that Minnesota has, apparently.
Yeah, so I don't know how that's gonna work out for him.
I mean, dude, he can really ask for whatever he wants. He was
Yeah, I
playing.
know.
His season was on track for like the greatest
Oh
statistical season
yeah.
ever before he got hurt.
I just don't know if they'll want to pay him that much is
Yeah,
the problem.
I think. I mean, if they don't draft a quarterback,
Which I think they should.
they should draft somebody at least.
Yeah, just as a backup
If they,
option.
I mean, they can't really go for anybody. There's
I
no
know.
there's no guys who I'd take over Kirk besides
Exactly.
the only guy that was free agent was Baker, and now he's signed.
Yeah. Well, not yet, but like
Almost pretty much. But he's
what's
not
that?
gonna go to Minnesota.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. I mean 90 million.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Especially for a 36-year-old quarterback.
Yeah, he's old too.
And he's
That's
not
right.
Tom Brady, so
Yeah.
but he's still pretty good. I mean,
Yeah, he is.
the season he was having, good for
hmm
him for asking for that much money. Which takes us to our next point. Baker is looking like he's
Yeah.
signing a multi-year contract.
Yeah. After a prove it year deal.
Good for
No.
him.
Yeah.
You just love to see it, dude.
Yeah.
Cleveland gave up on him.
I got to ride with Baker now because
Oh,
I'm
of
in
course.
Tampa. Yeah.
Of course. Cleveland gave up on him. He couldn't find his footing in
Mhm.
LA or Carolina, and now he's found his home.
Yeah.
Good for Baker.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. And the last quarterback headline, Teddy Bridgewater finally calls it a
Bro, I
career.
thought he was gonna be so good, and then
I
injury
know.
just ruined his career.
Yep. He was going to be special.
Sucks. I know.
Oh, man. Tough to see him go. He's
Mhm.
always been a pretty cool quarterback.
Yeah, that's when the Bills still sucked. So I was like,
Yeah.
I like this guy.
Yeah, he was the Lamar Jackson before Lamar Jackson was
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson. the Louisville quarterback that has been forgotten.
Yep.
I'll never forget though. He got lit up in that bowl game against Florida. Helmet came off and everything. He just kind of rolled out, and whoever came after him,
Yeah.
big hit. But yeah, Shout out to Teddy Bridgewater. Great career. Well, for all things considered, it was a good career.
Yeah.
Um, that's about it for the NFL, but it's Pro Bowl week. I don't
Yeah.
watch the Pro Bowl anymore,
Neither do I.
so I
I
just
did
want.
see yesterday. I saw a video of Jalen Hurts doing the
Oh, the passing! I just saw
target
that. Yeah, on,
passing.
on
Yeah,
social media, dude.
it was horrible. Bro could not hit
That was terrible. He couldn't even hit the
anything
one.
to save his life. Yeah, I know.
Like, I feel like looking at that, I feel like I could do it, but then again, I can't throw a football for
Yeah,
shit. Like I could throw
yeah,
20 yards maybe.
yeah.
Yeah. So I
But
mean,
shout out to Diggs and Cook.
dude, Cook was smiling. He looked like he was having a good
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Good for him. But yeah,
yeah,
so I just wanted to go back to the good old days where just guys being dudes.
yeah, exactly.
I want them to bring the bench press back with the O linemen.
Yeah.
That was fun. But yeah, we'll get into the Super Bowl more, and
Hmm.
if there's anything interesting that happens in the Pro Bowl, we'll talk about it on Monday.
Yeah.
But I highly doubt it.
Yeah, no.
Before we move on from football, there's a couple college football headlines. Auburn hires a defensive coordinator, DJ Durkin
Yeah.
from Maryland. Was he the coach that was at Maryland during the scandal of the kid that died?
I don't know.
He might have been, because there was a kid who passed away at a practice. Rest in peace. And I think DJ Durkin was the head coach at the time, and
It might have been.
yeah, because that was he like had just gotten his first head coaching gig after being a
Yeah.
DC, yeah, and then and then all of a sudden it just went to shit really
Yeah.
fast, unfortunately, but
Hmm.
yeah. So that Auburn gets a DC. Who's Auburn's head coach? I'm
Um,
tripping. I completely forgot who they hired after they fired the Boise State guy.
Hugh Freeze.
Oh, that's right. Is it Hugh Freeze? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I knew that actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a solid hire. I think he's a good defensive coordinator. So
Yeah.
you got the senior All Star games going on.
Yeah.
I know the Shrine Bowl was last night. The West team beat the East team 26-11. Odd final
Mm.
score. Frank Gore Jr. named the MVP. Sweet. Um, Tulane corner Jarius Monroe was named defensive MVP, so that'll bring his stock up. Blake Watson had nearly 100 scrimmage yards and 6 receptions. That'll increase his draft stock too.
Yeah.
UConn linebacker got hurt. Oh, Jackson Mitchell got hurt. He's a beast at linebacker. He could be a solid draft pick, but hopefully that injury's not too bad. I'm just kind of reading the headlines here, but yeah. So I mean, I guess it was a pretty good Shrine Bowl. Shout out to
Yeah.
Frank Gore Jr. I know I didn't know as much about the Shrine Bowl as I do about the Senior Bowl coming up, but
Yeah.
so it'll be tomorrow at noon
Yeah.
in Mobile, Alabama. The practices are looking great. Um, Seen a
Did you
lot of
see that
clips.
Roman Wilson catch?
Yeah,
Was
that was
nasty.
sweet. Yeah, Roman Wilson is looking pretty good in practices. I've seen his TikToks, and everybody in the comments says future XFL star. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, I saw that too. I swear I keep seeing videos of Bo Nix, and he's like looking horrible.
Yeah, Bo Nix is not having a good
Yeah.
practice. He's looking rough.
Yeah.
He's not looking like the
Oregon.
draft pick that we thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that pans out for him. Another under the radar guy who's been doing pretty good is Dylan Lobb, New Hampshire running back.
Hmm.
He is old. Some of the comments on the post that I saw said he puts the senior in Senior Bowl, but I thought that was pretty funny. But he's
Yeah.
looking pretty good. He I don't know what DB up he went against, but he kind of ran like it was kind of basically just a streak, and he outran him, I guess. But
Yeah.
he's looking good, and I think he'll be maybe a day 3 draft pick. But some of the names on here that I'm most interested in keeping an eye on this weekend. Chris Abrams Drain, a corner from Missouri.
Mhm.
He's rated a day two, I think, right now, but I think he could get a lot of better than that.
Luke McCaffrey.
Luke McCaffrey's there. Oh, that's another one who's Lad McConkey. He is dominating. I saw
Mm.
that he was playing pretty good in the practices.
Hmm.
I like. I mean, the practices kind of mean more than the game itself because
Hmm.
the practices you get to showcase
Yeah, I
like
agree.
one
But
on
then
ones.
I guess for like receivers and running backs and stuff, I guess. But like quarterbacks, you need the
Yeah,
game.
quarterbacks. I
Yeah,
think quarterbacks it means the most, but
yeah.
maybe
But
like linebackers. But yeah, the one on
yeah.
ones with the offensive line and the skill players
Oh yeah.
that I keep more of an eye on than I do the game
Did you
itself.
see it was the UConn O lineman and I want I don't remember who the D lineman was. They were like going at it. It was a big school though. And he like the UConn guy like stood him up and then
Was it Michigan
I don't think so.
or Texas?
Maybe.
Maybe. I
But
think I
like he
saw the
ripped his
clip.
helmet off and like
Oh, maybe not. I saw a UConn dude flatten a UConn D lineman flattened a Texas O lineman.
yeah, no.
But yeah, I
It was
think.
the opposite way then. Yeah. I don't know.
But dude,
But he like
UConn's O linemen always seem to. There's always one guy from UConn in
yeah.
this Senior Bowl that is an O lineman who just is like a man amongst boys for some reason.
Yeah.
But you never hear of him in the regular season.
Yeah.
Tavondre Sweat, the Texas D lineman's another one who's
Yep.
looked good.
Yeah.
Dude, he's huge. He's a
Yeah.
force. But yeah, I like watching the practices and because the games you're changing in and out so much. There's so many guys who just get changed in and out, and it kind of just like takes away a little bit from the game. But I wouldn't say that. But the quarterbacks definitely need to
Yeah.
play good in the game. Um, the Big 12 schedule was released. It's
Yeah.
the new look Big 12. Yeah, they all these conferences are gonna look so different. And
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be so weird.
I know Syracuse. I know in the ACC, Syracuse plays Stanford at home on a Friday night. So Stanford's got to get out
That's
of
so
class,
weird.
travel to Syracuse on a Friday,
Yeah.
and it's just so dumb. But
Damn.
I could only
Big 12
imagine.
is so weird.
Yeah, I could only imagine how it is for like women's volleyball,
Mm-hmm.
just like the sports that don't make millions upon millions of
I know.
dollars. Like imagine you're taking a final in an 8:30 a.m. class, and that night you have to travel across the country to go play in a game.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. I think it's gotten so dumb. It's just
It is.
football has to be its
It
own thing.
should. It should. You know, or football, basketball. Those
True,
two only.
true. Yeah, and I don't know. I think I'd rather watch a USC Michigan football game than a USC Michigan basketball game.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
So,
True.
yeah, basketball is really big, and I think that it will definitely get to a point where it becomes like football. But football is just it's been like this weird kind of
Yeah.
up in the air type of thing.
But then again, though, if it's not Michigan, USC basketball, there's let's see, what other good teams are in the Big Ten that you could see playing instead that moved. So like,
UCLA,
yeah, like UCLA and
Washington, or
yeah,
no, yeah, they're in the Big Ten.
yeah. It's like
Yeah,
so. I mean, like it's kind of the same thing.
yeah, yeah. It's just gonna be really interesting with
Yeah.
the traveling for these
Yeah.
lesser
Yeah.
revenue
100%.
teams. But yeah, that's kind of a lot of football talk this week. Or
Yeah.
dude, I can't figure out. It's Monday and Friday. It's not one week now.
I
I always say week instead of just day, but you know,
mean, technically,
technically it's been a week because
yeah.
Monday after we filmed,
Monday's
Tuesday,
just the
Thursday,
weekends.
and then yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So Moving on to college basketball. This was a weird week, dude.
Yeah.
And
So
it didn't
this
have
week,
anything to do with the
yeah,
games. Well,
this
partly,
week,
but
yeah, this week the 3, 5, 6, and 10, or is there one more too? I think there's another team,
there might be
but
another team, but
all of them got
that
upset.
about covers it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's dude.
that's insane.
This is wild. Like, there's no way this is not the craziest season
It has to
in a
be.
while. I
Yeah, it
mean,
has to be.
yeah, right. We started off on
Yeah.
Monday, which we both,
I don't remember another year that
yeah,
many upsets during the season.
exactly. Yeah, it's insane. And they all
Yeah.
happen. Like, there's at least like four a week.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, there's one
It's
here, there's one
crazy.
there. Like there always is.
Mhm.
It just happens, and it just
Yeah.
keeps happening. It doesn't
Yeah.
stop.
I,
I guess,
it's gonna be a fun March
and
Madness.
this could also play into like I was looking at somebody's NBA mock draft. The class doesn't look that strong, but I also could just be not paying enough attention because I mean
Yeah.
I don't really pay attention to the NBA
Yeah, no.
at all, so I don't really know who's like a good prospect like I do for
hmm
football.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look as strong as like it usually is. Because I
Yeah,
usually
no, there's
hear
only
these
like a
names.
couple of players that are like studs and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe college basketball's gotten a lot more competitive.
Yeah. NIL, I'm assuming, has a lot to do with that
Yep.
too.
And we'll see with Rutgers with their
Yeah.
two and three recruits.
Yeah, because they suck this year too.
Yeah, they just lost to Penn
Yeah.
State the other night. And
Yeah.
I thought Penn
Yeah.
State was not
Yeah, I don't think Penn
not
State's that good either, right?
no. They're both
Yeah.
at the bottom of the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Monday, Houston survived Texas in overtime. Great game.
Yeah, that was a good
I
game.
think Texas had to beat them in regulation. There was no way they were winning in overtime.
Yeah.
Max Asmus is a baller. I know you had trouble trying to
What
figure
did
out how
I?
to pronounce his name.
Yeah, I'm like, how the fuck do
You're
you
like,
say
there's
this?
no way.
I
It's
was
spelled
so
Abmas, but it said Asmus.
confused. I'm like,
That was funny
what
to me.
good?
But yeah,
Yeah.
Houston looks good. I mean, despite their one bad loss, right?
Yeah. No, they're a solid team.
They're gonna be
They're
pretty good deep, but they gotta beat
yeah.
the good teams. Like they
Yeah.
beat Texas, which is good, but once they play Kansas,
Yep.
um,
Yeah.
that's really the only Big 12 team I can
Yeah.
think of that could knock them off. They or can who did wait? Did they play Kansas this weekend?
I think they do because
Yeah, because I know it's
that's one of the big games this
yeah
weekend. I'm
Duke,
pretty sure.
UNC, Tennessee, Kentucky,
Yep.
Kansas, Houston. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
and then the only other game on Monday that really made an impact, Duke handled Virginia Tech.
Yeah, that
I
was a
t-
great game to
that
watch.
was a pretty
I
solid game.
love
I
that. I
took
love.
a
I love that.
I took an alt spread plus 7.5. I should have just
Yeah,
took Duke
you told me
minus three
that.
and a half,
Mhm.
but shit happens.
Yeah, they looked solid.
Yeah, they ended up playing better than I thought they would.
And that a cool stat is that they lost 5 of their last 6 at Virginia Tech. So
Hmm, it's an interesting
uh,
stat.
big, big win for them to change that narrative.
Yeah, that's a wild stat if you really think about it. Because
Yeah, I know.
Virginia Tech's a good team, but
Yeah.
they're not Duke level.
No, it's probably just the environment, honestly.
Yeah, Virginia Tech is nuts,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
It's the same shit with football. I remember when they
yeah.
played Syracuse, and I'm like, oh, it's
hmm
Halloween weekend. There's no way Syracuse wins this game.
Yeah.
Virginia Tech kicked the shit out of them.
hmm
Tuesday was a nuts day. I mean, it's just been
Yeah.
crazy. We started off, well, I was at the St. Bonaventure game, and we started off down 20. It didn't look like anything good was going to happen. And then we
Yeah.
battled back to back, two of the most fun games of my lifetime. They've easily cracked the top 10. I mean, and they were back to back, and both on national TV. I got on national TV again, CBS Sports Network.
Yeah, I saw you on TV actually.
I got pictures and videos from my parents. There was one video when the guy came over during one of the commercial breaks. He's like, "All right, I need you guys to get hype and stuff for the
Yeah.
when it cuts back to the feed."
Mhm.
And me and Ryan are standing up like right above, like we're just in the frame,
Yeah.
and within 30, like or not 30, within 5 seconds of the clip, Ryan falls off the bleacher. And he just goes down, and then there's just a spot there, and then 2 seconds later, he's like, yeah. You can see it pop up at the bottom.
That's so funny.
It's dude, it's hilarious. And there's a picture of me and him like in the beginning of the game, and it's from the other
Mhm.
side of the court where the camera was, and we're both just like with our arms crossed and with our hand on our chin, and we look like we're doing the same shit. It's just
That's cool.
it's
Yeah.
cool. It's cool when you're
And now you guys got Dayton tonight, right?
yep. Hey, we're gonna be in full force in Dev over here.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to go to the game, but then I realized Dayton's a lot
Yeah,
further than
you
I
said
thought it
this
was. Yeah,
Monday.
yeah, we were talking about this.
Yeah.
I did the same thing with St. Joe's because I wanted to go see the lacrosse game, but it's at St. Joe's this year.
Yeah, St. Joe's is far.
Yeah, it's like it's
Yeah.
about the same as Dayton.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be watching the game in one of
Mhm.
the dorms, but hopefully we can get close.
Yeah.
I'm not
It'll
getting my
be.
hopes up,
It'll be.
but yeah, it was a great win over VCU.
Yeah.
Um, and then which made me miss the games of South Carolina beating Tennessee.
That game was crazy. And I took South Carolina spread. It was like plus
Yeah,
15 or
yeah, it
something,
was
plus
insane. I'm
14.
like,
I'm
there's
like,
no
why
way.
is it yeah, why is it so
Yeah,
much?
that was the easiest pick
Like that's a
ever.
no-brainer.
Like there was no way that Tennessee was beating them by
No.
20. I think it was
Yeah.
I don't know. And then they lose.
Yeah, like USC has like what the 17, 18 and 3?
Yeah, they're insane.
I know. I don't get how they aren't ranked.
Their
Well,
losses,
they will be ranked now
yeah,
though
they'll
because
be
they
their
beat
losses
Kentucky. They beat
are
Kentucky today.
oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Their losses are to football teams, which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
Clemson, Bama, and Georgia. And Bama's good though, and so is Clemson, but
Yeah.
Georgia's kind of in the middle of the pack, which that's kind of a
Hmm.
bad loss.
Yeah.
TCU beat Texas Tech. They get
Yep.
another big ranked win.
Yeah.
So good for TCU. They're rising now.
Hmm.
And then I told you UNC they caught their guy.
Yeah. It's about time.
Yeah, Georgia Tech knocks off UNC,
Hmm.
and
So Georgia Tech beats Duke and UNC this season. Weird.
yeah, Josh Pastner. Oh my God,
I don't get it.
I like when they had Jose Alvarado and that team. I thought that team was a lot better than this team was. And I mean,
Yeah. I don't.
I don't know.
Yeah.
College basketball, man.
Yeah.
And the only other two games that I really saw, Syracuse lost to Boston College, which
Yep.
that's a bad loss. You can't lose at
Hmm.
Boston College.
Yeah.
And DePaul, the first game after firing their head coach, they scored 39 points at home in a full basketball game.
That's so bad.
I mean, I know Seton Hall was
They're
good.
so bad.
Didn't I say on Monday that what if I took the DePaul spread?
Yeah, I
Oh
think so.
God, they lost by like 40.
Yeah, that's bad.
That was god awful.
Hmm.
And then on Wednesday, Purdue beat Northwestern in overtime, another instant classic, but the refs were questionable.
Hmm.
Four,
46, or was it 48?
I think it was 46-8.
Yeah, 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 that's what it
That's
was.
an insane mark. Like
That's crazy.
that's difference in free throws. That's nuts.
How
And
does that even happen?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't watch the full game, but
I, yeah,
the
neither
end
did
of the
I.
game with the free throws seemed questionable. Like the second
Yeah,
one, like the last like 15.
and if Chris Collins was getting that mad,
There was definitely something wrong.
really, yeah,
Great ejection though.
yeah.
Great ejection. Love Chris Collins.
Yeah.
Um, Bama survived Georgia. They came back and won it. Good win for Bama. UConn and Xavier won in the Big East. Two solid wins for them. And then two upsets to finish off the night. Florida upset Kentucky, which
I
God,
Kentucky too.
yeah,
That was a huge win for them, though.
yeah,
That was their first quad one win.
yeah. Good for Florida, man.
So,
They got it. I like Walter Clayton Jr. and Zion Pullen.
that's
Two transfers.
yeah, that's Trev's team. So
Yeah, they're again. It's like football. They're a good team. They just gotta get over the hump of the rest of the SEC.
yeah,
And then Boise State upset New Mexico. Was that in the pit?
uh,
I think it was home.
let's check. Was that New Mexico?
Jeez, yeah. Boise State walks into the pit and takes it. Great win for Boise State, though. It's a big win for the program. And then
Other
another,
ups.
like what, like
Oh,
another
that's
upset
oh yeah.
last night.
Sorry, Wisconsin lost too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just upsets on upsets, man. Nebraska, and that's the first time that what Wisconsin has lost after being up 15 plus at a point in the game
Mm-hmm.
this century. So another crazy stat. But I mean, dude, so many upsets.
So much. It's awesome though.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
Tough to bet on though.
Yeah.
Tough to bet on.
Hey, just take the spread every time.
Yeah, right. Just take everybody who's plus
Yeah.
whatever. But looking ahead to this week, we got a lot of good games coming up.
Yeah.
And it all starts tonight with the game of the year. No, I'm just kidding. Um, Bonnie's goes to Dayton,
Mhm.
which we were talking about this off air. Dayton's only minus 7.5.
I don't get that
After
at all.
the last two games, I can kind of understand it because we dominated Joe's and played great in the second half against VCU.
That would be awesome if you guys upset them.
Oh my god, dude!
Who says it can't happen?
Yeah, why not us? Why not us? I would. I don't know if I'm making it to Saturday if we win this game
Yeah.
tonight. But
I'll
oh,
toss it on
yeah,
for sure.
we gotta get it done. ESPN 2 tonight
Hmm.
at Dayton. Probably the best game on tonight. Oh, Butler and Creighton's a good game too. But
Yeah, Butler game's good too.
this is last year we beat Dayton in our whiteout game, and that was the game that convinced me to transfer. Let's get it done again. I wish it was home, dude.
Yeah, that'd been awesome.
We could beat if the A10 tournament was at St. Bonaventure, we'd win it every year. It's insane how good we are at home.
Hmm.
Tomorrow we got Syracuse and Wake play at night, but it comes to the top of the list because my favorite team. They go to Wake. UConn and St. John's at noon.
Hmm.
Great game to start off the day.
Yeah.
It's at St. John's too, and St. John's is coming off a loss to Xavier.
One second. Bucks are set to hire Cohen as their new or their offensive coordinator.
Huh, nice.
So
So the Bucks get their OC.
yeah.
Yeah, Canales is he's gonna be tough to replace, but
Hmm.
hopefully Baker's learned enough from him that he can continue on his success.
Hmm.
Good hire though.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to college basketball. Virginia Tech and Miami play at noon. Arkansas and LSU play at noon, which we will get to the Arkansas stories in a little bit.
Right.
Um, lot of A10 basketball at noon.
Hmm.
South Carolina, Georgia at 1.
That'll be a good
South
one.
Carolina lost to Georgia at home
Yep.
earlier this season, one of their three losses, and now they travel to Georgia.
Hmm.
They got to win if they want to be ranked. So, and I think they'll get the job done.
Yeah.
They don't. I don't want to jinx or anything, but they can't. They can't lose to Georgia twice in a row. Marquette goes to Georgetown at 2. Texas TCU at
That'll
2.
be a good one.
That'll be a solid game. Texas needs to get a win. TCU is on a hot streak and they're
Hmm.
home. Virginia Clemson at 2.
That's good too.
Kansas State goes to Oklahoma State at 2.
Northwestern Minnesota at
Yep,
2.
it's a good game. I think Northwestern will beat them though
Yeah.
because of how they ended
Um, um,
against Purdue.
Utah State, San Diego State at 3:30.
Yep, that'll be a good game. Oof, wow, Fordham and St. Louis, they're not as good as I thought they would be. Yeah,
Houston, Kansas at 4.
yeah.
That'll be
That's the
awesome.
first of the big three games of the
Yep.
day.
Yep.
That is top 8 game, two top 8 teams,
Hmm.
a grand total of 6 losses, 5 in the Big 12. This is gonna be a hell of a game, especially in Allen Fieldhouse. It'll be rocking.
Yep.
I think Kansas wins.
I think so too.
Yeah, I at home against Houston, who's kind of due for a loss.
Hmm. Yeah, they're 19-2.
Yeah,
They'll lose one eventually. This will be the one probably.
yeah. Rutgers, Michigan at
Oklahoma.
4.
Oklahoma goes to UCF. Um, Florida, Texas A&M. Uh,
Cincinnati, Texas Tech at 6. Auburn, Ole Miss at 6. That's a good game. Ole Miss needs a win. They're
yeah.
18-3. I feel like they're a lot worse than that.
Maryland, Michigan State at 5:30.
That's a good game. A lot of good games this weekend. And then Duke, UNC at 6:30.
Oh,
I don't know,
that's
man.
gonna be awesome. It's at UNC, right?
Yeah, I think they'll split
Probably.
home and away,
I think so too.
or home and home, I guess. Yeah, I think $418 is the lowest ticket.
That's
Dang.
crazy.
And I know it's a crazy rivalry, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of money. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to take North Carolina on this one. I know
I'm
you.
gonna stick with Duke
Yeah,
still.
you gotta stick with Duke.
Yeah.
Iowa State and Baylor at 8. That's another good game.
Mm-hmm.
Another top 25 game. Tennessee, Kentucky.
Yeah.
There's the
8:30.
third of the big 3 games of the day. That's 3 top 10 games.
That's crazy.
That's there's only 4 other teams in the top 10.
Yeah.
Oh man, but Tennessee, Kentucky, both coming off losses,
Yeah. That'll be a great game.
both 15-5. Going
I
to
think
Rupp
Tennessee wins
Arena.
though.
You like Tennessee?
Yeah, Connect's gonna go crazy.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm gonna go Tennessee too. It's gonna be a fun day to put some money on some games.
Yeah.
Win or loss.
Mississippi State, Alabama at 8:30.
Yeah.
Um,
Oregon, UCLA at 10. Should be
yeah,
a solid game. Although I think Oregon's a lot better.
yeah, and then St. Mary's, Gonzaga at 10:30.
That's a must win for Gonzaga.
Yeah, yeah,
They are they're still 16-5, which
yeah. If they win,
but they
take
need to win the
the lead in
conference.
the conference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they'll take over St. Mary's, who's 8-0. They'll
yeah,
both be 8-1.
yeah.
Great day of games tomorrow.
Oh, and then Sunday, another top 10 game.
Yep.
Purdue,
We're doing
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. So
That's at 1.
who are the other top 10 teams? Oh, UConn doesn't play a top 10 game, and then 3, 4, 5. I don't even know.
Hold on.
Yeah, because UConn and
It's UConn and Marquette.
UConn and Mark. They could play this weekend. Why not this weekend?
Yeah, why not?
2 Big East teams. Oh man, that would be crazy if all 5 games
Yeah.
were all Big Ten games or all top 10. I'm losing my
Yeah.
train of thought. All right, Purdue and Wisconsin at 1 on Sunday.
Mhm.
Some MAC basketball, some A10 basketball.
Providence, Nova.
That should be a solid game. Nova at home.
Uh-huh.
I think Nova will probably be favored in this game, but I actually might take Providence. Providence is coming off a loss.
Illinois, Nebraska.
That's a good game.
Yeah.
That's probably the game of the day on Sunday. Or, well, the second
No.
game of the day on Sunday.
Yeah.
The runner-up. Relax.
Yeah. And then Stanford, Arizona. at
Yeah.
8.
Stanford beat Arizona on the day the Bills played the Patriots.
Yeah.
I remember that because I came back to that game and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That was
So-
the day that started the madness too. Kind of. There was like a couple upsets here and there, and then I'm like, well, how did Stanford beat Arizona? And then all of a sudden, every top 10 team lost at least once.
Mhm. So I would say, what do you say the game of the weekend is? Probably, it's got to be.
Well, it's one of the 3 games. And I don't think we can
Well,
really
it's
pick between
it's got to be
the 3.
Purdue, Wisconsin though. That's like basically a top 5 matchup.
True. I let's pick all of them because we already picked
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
big
yeah,
3 on
yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
And we went with Purdue this last week or
Yeah.
over the weekend against Northwestern. Wisconsin at home. I don't know. It's a tight. I'm gonna go Purdue. I don't know if I could pick
Yeah,
against
me
Purdue.
too.
They're so good.
Yeah.
I mean, Northwestern seems like they're the only team that has their number though.
Yeah, I agree.
Northwestern beat them earlier, and they played in another just amazing game.
But is Purdue due for a loss?
True. Are they? I don't know. We'll find out on
Yeah, we're
Sunday.
going Purdue.
Yeah. So it's just another fantastic week of
Yeah.
college basketball or weekend.
Yep.
Now, a couple interesting headlines,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll start with the New Mexico State one because I want to get into this Arkansas one. Um, last night, this was last night, right? Yeah. Last night, New Mexico State. Uh, so this guy gets boxed out, and he just goes ape shit, and he knocks the dude out for Liberty.
What are you doing?
Why? What goes like? I mean,
I
I'm sure there was something other than that because there's no way you get boxed out and then just go full John Jones on the
yeah, I
dude.
know.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think the Liberty player should press charges because that could easily be assault.
Yeah.
But man, New Mexico State's had a rough couple of years here.
Yeah.
Their basketball program is just a hellhole.
Uh-huh.
But now for the biggest rumor of I guess all time because this
I
was
didn't
crazy.
see this one.
You didn't hear this one?
No, I didn't hear about it.
Oh, get ready, dude.
Okay.
So this would have been last Friday, I think. We
Mhm.
announced that Devonte Davis left the team, right?
Okay.
It comes out this last week here that Devonte Davis and Trevon Brazile were dating and they were hooking up.
Yo.
Just
Yo.
hear the story out before you say anything because it gets crazy. So, fast forward to this year, Tremont Mark transfers from Houston to Arkansas. The rumor was that Tremont Mark was forced out of Houston because players were uncomfortable with his sexuality. And then this year, Devonte Davis leaves the team because it's rumored that Tremont Mark and Trevon Brazile are hooking up now.
You see
And
that?
and Eric Musselman apparently wants out because he doesn't like the program anymore.
What the fuck?
That those rumors were wild. Three dudes are like the top leading minute getters on the team. Like they play the most and they're the three best players
Oh
on the team.
my lord.
Now
Oh my.
Jack Mack dove into this and apparently it was all just some Missouri fan who wrote it on some message board and he made it all up.
That's hilarious.
I like it's still crazy to me that somebody thought about that, but like it's still like it wasn't like confirmed false,
Yeah.
but it also just now it just kind of feels like it was all made up.
Yeah.
But
Hilarious.
my questions are why did Devonte Davis leave the team then?
Yeah.
I mean, it could
There
have
had,
there's a
there
whole
had to be
bunch
a
of
reason.
reasons, yeah.
Yeah.
And then why did Tremont Mark get forced out of Houston?
Huh?
Because
Huh?
I remember I was surprised when I heard he was leaving Houston
Yeah.
because
I don't
he's a baller. He would have been a great player on that team.
know.
So
That's weird.
that's what I've heard,
Yeah.
and it could be true, it could be false, but at the end of the day, that's crazy.
Mhm.
That's basically all I got out of that. That is just
Yeah. That's
completely wild to me.
yeah. And then since we're talking about college still, the NCAA is investigating Tennessee sports for NIL violations.
I did see that. Yeah, I read an article from Barstool that the was it the AD for Tennessee? She wrote a letter to or the chancellor for Tennessee. She wrote a letter
Mhm.
to the NCAA, basically telling her to basically telling them to kiss her ass. But so we'll see how that goes because that tied around the quarterback that I don't know how to say his name. It needs to be. Oh wait, we went through this and it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
I'm Aliva. Oh yeah, because I
Yeah.
said I'm
Something like that.
leaving. Yeah, it's
Yeah. Yeah.
Nico. But yeah, so we'll see how that unfolds. But
Mhm.
it's the day of the NIL. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's doing it. What are you gonna do, right?
Yeah, no, exactly.
And then outside of the main things we talk about, we got
Hmm.
the other professional sports. A lot of headlines. This is probably the most headlines we've had so far
Yeah,
in the other
yeah,
professional sports. We'll start with the NBA. Couple trade news.
yep,
Steven Adams for Victor Oladipo.
yeah,
Two guys. Well, Steven Adams is still solid, but two guys
yeah.
who played together on the Thunder,
Hmm.
and now they're being traded between the Rockets and the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, good for both of them, I guess.
Yeah, right. Um, and then the Lakers were considering trading LeBron, but
Yeah,
it just came out before we started recording that his agent says he won't be traded. So I don't
so
know.
he's probably off season. He'll,
Yeah, something.
probably,
It's LeBron. Something will.
yeah, yeah.
There'll always be talks about it.
Mhm.
Um, Embiid unfortunately tore his meniscus. He
And then they fine the Sixers too, the NBA for
did they?
getting him off the injury report, right? Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, Embiid could have so many MVPs.
Yeah.
Uh, this was a crazy headline when it came up on my phone. Rajon Rondo got arrested
Yeah.
for like was it like carrying a gun and
Yeah, something like that,
something
yeah.
about drug or something.
Yeah.
It was something, but that's dude Rajon Rondo. I haven't heard that
I
name in
know.
3-4 years now, and
Mhm.
now he's getting arrested.
Mhm.
Oh man. Um, Steph Curry and Sabrina Ionescu.
Yeah, I think so.
They're competing in a 3-point competition. But here's the
Yeah.
catch: she's shooting from the women's line with a women's ball, and he's shooting from the men's line with
Yeah.
a men's ball.
Yeah.
I want to think Curry will take this easily, but at the same time, with if they have betting on it, with all the betting, with all the publicity, somehow, some way, she'll win. That just it feels like that's what
I
goes
would have been.
on
Yeah.
in today's world.
Yeah.
Because easily, Steph Curry should win.
Yeah.
He's the greatest 3-point shooter of all time.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying she's not good. Like she's a good 3-point shooter. I've seen her. Like I remember she played at Oregon. She was really good at
Mhm.
Oregon.
Yeah.
She was Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark. But she's not Steph Curry.
No.
Like I think she could beat probably some
Yeah.
lower,
100%.
not the best 3-point shooter of all time.
Yeah, no.
I don't know, man. But something's telling me that there's going to be a little bit of maybe rigging.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
It'll be a lot closer than you think it'll be.
Or Curry will just like go
Yeah.
for insane shots or something.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll
Yeah.
either overdo it or underdo it,
Yeah.
basically. And then last night, Tyrese Maxey and Jalen Brunson both got their first All-Star nod and they went crazy.
And
At 40 plus last night after getting their first All-Star nod.
Mhm.
Tyrese Maxey I think had 51. I think that's what I saw, but I know Brunson had at least
He
40.
was so nasty at Kentucky.
Dude, he was awesome.
Yeah.
I love Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah.
I love Jalen Brunson too.
Yeah. Nova.
Yeah, the Nova Knicks.
Yeah.
In the NHL, the five Canadians charged with sexual assault.
Yeah.
Hart, McLeod, Dubé, Foote, and Formenton. Holy dude, that was
That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
Carter Hart, man, he was supposed to
Yeah.
be special. Jeez. Um, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
The All-Star game is this weekend, I think. Or yeah, it's this
Yeah.
week.
Did you see the new like thing like well obviously you had to because they drafted teams this year instead of just
Yeah,
doing Metro, Atlantic,
yeah,
and
which is
Central.
interesting, but I feel like
I feel like
all
this is
sports have done it. Like
yeah,
they always started with the conferences, and
yeah.
then for some reason they changed to drafting teams, and then
Hmm.
now NFL's back at conferences, I think,
Yeah, they are.
and so is NBA, right? Are
Don't
they?
NBA does draft, I'm pretty sure.
Did they do a draft?
But
Tate McRae has a team.
yeah, she's hot.
So hot.
Yeah.
Does Michael Bublé have a team?
Yeah, he does.
Dude, was he on mushrooms the other? Did you see
I
that?
don't know.
he was interviewing, and dude, he looked like he was out of his mind. And then
Mm.
he goes, "My friend told me it was a microdose of mushrooms. He was lying."
Uh,
I, that was an
but
interesting interview.
yeah, that is interesting. I think the NHL All-Star Game is the best out of all the sports.
Yeah, yeah,
It's so fun.
because the Pro Bowl's kind of shit
3v3,
now.
can't go
The
wrong with that.
the NBA is really weird.
Yeah,
The MLB's the MLB. Yeah, the NHL is probably the best.
yeah. That's Saturday, so that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah. Uh, Canucks trade for Elias Lindholm.
Yeah, that's a good pickup for them.
That is a good pickup for
They're
them.
they're nasty this year.
Yeah, they're a
They're
solid team.
insane.
They're
Yeah,
finally, it's coming to fruition for them.
yeah.
Elias,
I mean, I just saw a stat that the Oilers went on this 16 game win streak and they're still 12 points behind them for first place. Isn't that
jeez.
insane?
Wait, did they? Oh wait, no, they didn't lose yet because
No, yeah, it's
they played into. We talked about this on Monday.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. You win that
Mhm,
many games in a row and you're still that far out of first place.
yeah. Alex Turcotte scores his first NHL goal.
Good for
It was
him. I like him.
sick. It was sick too.
I didn't see it, but
Yeah,
I like Alex Turcotte.
yeah,
He's gonna be pretty good.
yeah.
But also, they fired their coach,
Yeah.
which that just happened.
Yeah.
Um, why I sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a hockey GM, so
I mean, it made sense. They were struggling
yeah,
bad recently, so they
yeah,
needed to change. And then the NHL announced their return to the Olympics,
good.
so that'll be fun.
Yeah, good. They
Yeah.
needed to.
Mm,
To the MLB, a lot of signings and a lot of trades.
yeah.
A lot of Yankees were involved this weekend too.
Yeah.
Greg Allen, the only one to re-sign with the Yankees.
Yeah.
Everybody else is gone. Wandy signs with the Padres.
Hmm.
Aaron Hicks to the Angels, and Kenyon Middleton was on the Yankees for like what, a month. He
Yeah.
signed to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think well, Aaron Hicks was already gone. He was in Baltimore, but
Yeah, he was over there.
Wandy kind of sucks.
Yeah, that does suck.
he was a fun Yankee.
Hmm.
Uh,
A, a lot of these, this is a lot of AL East stuff right here.
yeah, yeah. Justin Turner to the Blue Jays from the
Yep.
Red Sox.
Yep.
Um, it's a solid signing for the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
He's kind of on the back end, but he's still a solid player.
Orioles get Corbin Burns.
Yeah,
Sure.
that one was big.
Yeah.
The Orioles just got bought out by a couple billionaires,
Yep.
and they get Corbin Burns
Insane.
a couple
Billion
days later.
dollars.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Oh, I wish I had that much
So
money.
much money.
Like a million is too much.
And a billion is just like,
Is 100 times that.
yeah,
Or
like it's
yeah.
even hard
Right,
for us to
right.
process
Yeah,
that.
it's insane. Yeah, I don't even
Yeah.
know math.
Yeah.
I have not any money. Oh
Yeah.
man,
Me too. Me
what it's
too.
like, what it's like.
Yep.
And Jorge Polanco got traded to the Mariners.
Yep.
So that's a really good pickup for them.
Yeah.
I like
Hmm.
that. The last thing
Glad.
would before we move on from the MLB.
Yeah.
Why? Why is he the show cover again?
I don't know.
Oh man, it should have been Acuna. But somebody told me that Acuna can't be the cover of the show because he was on the Tap Sports Baseball cover,
Really?
which makes no sense. But somebody said that to me, so I mean, they're not like a news source, but I trust them. Yeah, so I don't know.
Hmm.
They didn't need to put Vlad. They
No.
could have picked anybody else. I mean,
And
that's
No, college lacrosse starts
Yeah.
Saturday.
the last thing we have to talk about before we get out of here. College lacrosse is back. It starts tomorrow. Johns Hopkins in Denver at noon, which is a great game. That's on ESPN. Ohio State, Utah play at noon. Loyola, Georgetown, another great game. Rutgers, Lehigh. Richmond, Maryland.
Yeah.
Air Force, Marquette, and Syracuse, Vermont at 4.
Isn't it? Oh wait, no.
Duke plays Bellarmine at noon. And then Penn State, Colgate.
Who just got a team? Was it Utah?
Lemoyne just went D1. But there's no new There's no
Oh,
new teams this year.
oh, oh.
Lindenwood's already losing their Division 1 program after 2 years, or this is their second season,
Okay.
and they're gonna be done after this. Syracuse has got a game on Monday too, but that's after. Yeah, dude, college lacrosse is back. We're gonna see a lot of fun stuff happen. Brennan O'Neill is gonna be the best player in the world apparently. He's did you watch the World Games?
No,
He won the MVP of the World Games
really?
as he's still in college.
Yeah.
He's a senior in college, and before he started his senior year, he won the MVP at the World Games.
That's crazy.
He is so good, dude. He's huge. It's gonna be a good year.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Syracuse can make some waves. Syracuse Duke week will be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, another good episode.
Yeah. That was a good one.
God, I had a lot to talk about, and we
Yeah.
got it done in a good amount of time, actually.
Yeah.
Go Bonnies. This is tonight. About 6 hours until the game starts. Hopefully, we can compete.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for watching, or thank you guys for listening to episode 18 of the Buffalo Take. We will see you
See you guys Monday.
on Monday after the short
Yeah.
weekend.